Quinn says Neil has been right choice for Sunderland over Keane. Niall Quinn reclines and ponders a sliding doors moment in yet another season of classic Sunderland drama. Back in February, a certain Roy Keane looked set for a sensational return to the Stadium of Light dugout. It was a story that sent shockwaves reverberating through the club and the city. Sunderland's situation was hardly dreadful when Lee Johnson was sacked after a humiliating 6-0 defeat at Bolton. They were third in League One, after all, but the expectation was always that the Black Cats would be purring towards promotion. Roy is box office and always has been, says Quinn, who it's fair to say hasn't always seen eye to eye with his former Republic of Ireland teammate, despite being the chairman who brought him to Sunderland the first time round in 2006. But he's doing great at punditry. That might be a little easier than dealing with chairmen who maybe aren't giving him enough money and stuff. He was great for me, I will never say anything other than that. Great for the club, for the city, for the players. There was a lovely moment there in that whole era, a lovely period of time when Sunderland were proud. He didn't just turn the club around, but the city around. He brought belief back into the air. Fans were again looking for a magic potion to get this thing back on track and perhaps didn't expect it to be this good under Alex Neil. Which jolts us back into reality. Keane didn't agree terms on a second stint at Sunderland in February and the club moved for Scottish manager Neil instead. Sunderland vs Wycombe Wanderers League One playoff final Saturday, kickoff 3 p.m. live on Sky Sports main event and Sky Sports Football. We'll never know if Keane, who returned Sunderland to the Premier League in 2007, would have taken them up again, but Neil has steered the club to within 90 minutes of a championship return after a purgatorial 4 years in the third tier. Sunderland take on Wycombe Wanderers in Saturday's playoff final at Wembley. Club legend Quinn has been thoroughly impressed not only by results on the field, Sunderland enter the final unbeaten in 15, but in managing colossal expectations at a club that averages crowds of over 30,000 and will take 45,000 to Wembley. I feel like the demons of the past are not even in the air for this team because the manager has so calmly dealt with that type of expectation when things get good, says Quinn. Keeping the guys focused, keeping them on message, keeping them zoned in on what they've got to do, it's been phenomenal. Now they just have to do it for one more game, block out all the other issues. He leads by example on that. His interviews straight after the semi-finals, a 2-1 aggregate win over another huge club, Sheffield Wednesday. I really like what Alex Neil had to say in the immediate aftermath of getting to Wembley. He was calm, collected and understood probably in his responses that hype would have built as it has in the past. I feel he has managed great on the training ground and on the touchline. He's picked the right team, he's got a sense of belief in there, and he has dealt with the expectations really well. For many football fans around the world, their main reference point on Sunderland is the excellent Netflix series that everyone binge-watched during the COVID lockdowns. The second series of Sunderland Till I Die features 2 Wembley heartaches from the 2018-19 season defeat on penalties to Portsmouth in the EFL Trophy final and then 94th minute dejection in the League One playoff final against Charlton. The program perfectly encapsulated the agonies of being a Sunderland fan, but Quinn says he wouldn't have allowed the cameras in as chairman. As good as it is for the marketing side and the world knows about your club, it can be very harsh on individuals at the top, he says. They zone in and pinpoint moments of tension and pain, and on that. A lot of the good work that people behind the scenes at a football club do just doesn't make the cut. It's the drama that makes the program what it is, and that's a double-edged sword, and people fall on the other side of it. It's very hard to run a football club anyway, you know things aren't right, but to have everyone gawping in, that is tough. So I admire them for doing it in some way, but I certainly wouldn't have done it. The best thing about the documentary is that the world knows what this football club means to its fans. I'm thrilled that the world knows the fans are what they are. But how will they be feeling come Saturday night? Niall Quinn was speaking on behalf of the EFL ahead of the Sky Bet League One playoff final on 21 May at Wembley Stadium.